Just Poddin. Do 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 do. Just Poddin. Do 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 do. Where a podcast is just a podcast. Where a podcast is just a podcast with Ashley Tequila. We're just podding. Do 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 do. Yeah. All right, what up, y'all? It's Ashley.
And it's Tequila.
And we are back and we are just podding. Welcome back to another episode. If y'all listening, go ahead and grab your headphones, your drinks, and let's just pod. Close these other tabs out.
So how was your week?
My week has been... It's been good. It's been good. Nothing much has been happening. Why? So yesterday, you know, I've been talking about crab legs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yesterday I got some, and they were trash.
Where you got them from?
Food Lion.
Oh
no, God. I made them. So they didn't have snow crab. They just had like Dungeness crab.
That's where you messed up right there.
I know. Now I know. I also went to Publix and did get some snow crab. So thank God I did that.
What was wrong with Dungeness crab though?
To me, like, I think snow crab has like a little bit of sweeter taste. Like they already have like, you know, a little bit of flavor. Dungeness crab, the meat was bigger, but it just tasted like dry. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even cook it the same amount of time I cooked the snow crabs. It just tasted like drier and I don't know, like no flavor, like seafoody, you know?
Yeah.
But my mama ate them, child. She thought they was good. So I said, girl, you can have them. Just don't eat the my little snow. Well, she didn't eat one of this. She was like, it was on. I tried to get the smallest one. I thought you wanted the biggest ones. I was like, no, I don't want them big ones because they nasty. Girl, they made a whole thing of beloved sauce. Listen, I ain't gonna be able to do no mukbang because I really do think I'm low key allergic, girl. Blowing my nose, sneezing. I'm like, this is too spicy.
Well, are you allergic or is it too spicy? Because there's a difference.
I don't know, but I be like blowing my nose and sneezing.
Well, that means you need to take the ingredient out.
I don't know what the ingredient is making me do that.
You gotta switch it up.
I gotta follow the recipe.
No, you just take something out. Like I make beloved sauce all the time, and I do not put everything she put in there all the time.
And is it still be tasting good?
Mm-hmm. I ain't never followed the recipe to the T. I think the first time I did it was the closest, but I think I was missing one thing that she had and I didn't have.
The only thing I haven't put in there, well, you're right. I haven't put lemon pepper in there because I never have that, and Tabasco because I don't like Tabasco.
So you already switching it up. So just switch it up some more. And sometimes, like one time, like I be making my own sauce too. Like whatever seasonings I got in the cabinet, that's what's going in the sauce. And it be bomb. It be fine.
Well, I'm gonna have to try that then because I was like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but it be good. You know me, I don't be caring if I'm allergic anyway. I'ma still eat it as long as it tastes good. And that's probably not what I should be doing, but I just like food.
Now when your lip or tongue swell up and you got to go to the emergency room, you won't be doing that no more.
Like what they say, just pop a little Benadryl. I'll be right there with them. But that's what some people do. Some people that be like so allergic to seafood, I know they just take a Benadryl before.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, all right. What about you?
Girl, same shit, different week.
Okay. I understand. Hopefully I'll have some good news coming soon. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, but y'all pray for us.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into our first segment, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to all of our listenerships. We are on, the major platforms, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, of course, which is our sponsor for today. But if you guys want to know, there are other 7 platforms that we're on. You guys can go to anchor.fm/justpoddin. You can check out the 7 different platforms that we're on. You can also find out different ways on how to support this podcast. You can also, what am I about to say? Oh, you can also leave us a voicemail. If you guys want to leave us a voicemail, you can do that as well. And we can play it back on the show. This can be like a little call and response. But shout out to all of our viewerships on YouTube as well. We see y'all coming over the Himalayas. Tequila, let us know what they should do.
Y'all already know. Drop down in them comments wherever you are watching or listening. Give us some feedback. Tell us how your day was, maybe. Just whatever you feeling, let us know. And you may get a shout out, you may not. I'm just going to be honest. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, y'all can also write us at our Gmail.
I don't ever remember the email address. I'm going to have to write it down.
It's JustPoddinPodcast@gmail.com.
I don't know why I can't remember that. It's just
All right. What am I trying to do? That ain't what I want to do. But all right, let's get into our first segment.
The Hot Pod-icks. So
Hot
what is going on? I don't even know. I do know that everybody's talking about Cardi and Offset getting a divorce. I just want to say that all y'all people talking about WAP and saying how she can't keep a husband, all this other BS, y'all are stupid. Like, Offset did not want to be kept, first and foremost. I don't know why they got a divorce. Because that baby rumor saying he had a baby on her is false. It's not true. Sources say.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's how they were saying that she finally just got a divorce. So I did hear that Cardi said that this time it wasn't cheating. They just grew apart, which regular ass people do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why y'all tripping on that. And y'all talking about, WAP didn't keep her husband, but Cardi filed for divorce, not Offset. So y'all sound real stupid. And we don't know what's going on in them people's lives. Like, I saw a post that said it's a whole bunch of Rashidas going in on Cardi. And I'm like, exactly. You a damn Rashida staying with your man through babies and cheating and public humiliation, but you want to get on Cardi because she getting a divorce? Like, y'all are stupid.
And y'all be the main ones that when it was public that Offset was cheating, oh, you need to get a divorce, you need to leave him.
Mm-hmm. Which one is it?
Pick a side. I'm happy for Cardi either way. I mean, it's sad that she's getting divorced, but Cardi's a bomb. She's a boss. She's gonna still make her coin. She's still gonna, provide for her daughter, I'm sure.
Right.
Offset will still be a good daughter to culture, regardless if they're together or apart. So, yeah, do your thing, Cardi. If you get a divorce, baby, I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna stop. I'm pretty sure someone else is gonna be in your comments and your DMs. Did
y'all hear Ashley say? I'm sure Offset is gonna be a good daughter to culture.
Oh, I said daughter. Oh my God.
Gonna let it ride. I was gonna let it ride.
My tongue is here. I was but yeah.
That on that. Since we brought up Rashida, that takes me to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which is kind of like Real Housewives Atlanta. I don't know. I'm trying to do a segue. It ain't working. But Nene Leakes.
I just don't know what's going on.
Nene Leakes is not going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, which has nothing to do with Love and Hip Hop. But it's reality shows in Atlanta. So boom, I did it.
Period.
So yeah, Nene Leakes announced that she wasn't coming back, which I thought we already established that, but she officially made an announcement today, or it came out today, that she's not coming back. And I've seen people saying that the show won't survive. I just want to remind everybody that Nene left before, and the season did very well without her. So, I mean, respect for Nene for what she's done, what she's accomplished in her career, but I feel like she don't need to be on the show anymore anyway. Like, it was going downhill for her and fast. So I don't know what she gonna do because her shop done closed. You know, it's a pandemic. She not getting hired for no shows.
Really?
That we know. Yeah, her shop closed. That little clothing store she had, it's closed. Now, I don't know if it's just because of the pandemic and it's going to come back, but as of now, it's closed. You know, she don't really have no roles that we know of. So, you know, good luck to her.
Oh well. I mean, I think it's time. Nene's been on the show for a long time. I think it's time that she can leave. And Nene's no stranger to making a coin either. So I'm sure she will find a way to make a coin. So
yeah, she'll figure it out.
What's next? Oh,
I don't know.
Ain't no segue, but since we still talking in Atlanta, Gladys Knight versus Patti.
Yes. That's what I meant to say first. I forgot just that quick. Yes, so Gladys Knight versus Patti. I did forget last week that the Cowboys were playing at the same time of this, you know, function. So I had it playing the whole time, but I really wasn't paying attention, and I should have because the Cowboys lost. So I wasted my time. It's fine. I thought it was good. I wasn't judging, like I wasn't going by each song. It wasn't that vibe for me. Gladys Knight did have some bops I forgot about. And both of them also had some songs I've never heard. I'm not ashamed to say it. I didn't know what half them songs was. Well, maybe not half, but
that first half, I did not know none of them songs. I did not know none of them songs until it got to that Midnight Train. That was
I knew something.
I turned it off after that. I forgot the song. I knew the song that Patti sung right after it. But she was too busy shouting, "Where my lyrics? Don't make the lyrics."
Y'all gonna stop embarrassing Patti like that.
First of all, Gladys had the lyrics up too. She just wasn't saying nothing. First of all, they are 70-something. They can have their lyrics up. Them songs are old, still classic, still hit, still record.
Nobody said they couldn't have the lyrics up.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, but no, they can have. They're older, so I was here for it. I said, yes, y'all better make sure y'all
just had the wrong lyrics up. I mean, hell, they could have had the lyrics up for everybody. We don't know, but y'all not about to mess up Miss Patti lyrics, just like the last time when she was singing that Christmas song or something, that clip. She like, where my background singers at? I don't know the words. I don't know the words, but she was singing though. She was singing,
and they can both still sing. Gladys still got it. Her voice is still there. And I forgot to mention, they both were on Masked Singer. I just don't think Gladys got as far as Patti, but they both were on it. And I love them both. I thought it was a good time, but I didn't watch all of it. Like I said, I turned it off right after the Midnight Train because I was trying to catch a little bit of the game.
They was talking about stuff, honey. Felt like we was eavesdropping on our,
great phone
conversation, honey. And then they called out Brandy and Monica. They said fix it. So Brandy and Monica, y'all better fix it because they said
y'all better listen to the mother and fix it.
But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who's gonna be next because they be taking too long to announce these next people, and it's really aggravating me.
Yeah, they need to have it set.
Even if we gotta wait a few weeks, just let us know.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely.
But I guess they got to sign paperwork and do all that, the business side of things. But I don't care about that because I'm just a regular fan, and I don't care about none of that. Just have
You've been tuned in from the beginning.
Yes, I'm the original fan. Okay, I brought Facebook into this. When I was listening, nobody on Facebook was talking about it. Not everybody on Facebook talking about it. I was original from the beginning. When after Swiss and Timbaland did their little thing, it wasn't racist yet. And then Sean Garrett and The Dream, and it was another two people that I think they was producers. I ain't really.
Was it Neo?
No, it's people like.
Oh, you didn't know, like just producers.
It was no name people to me. Now y'all might know them, but me,
got it.
Not me.
Who you want to see next? I don't know who I want to see.
Somebody said Jodeci and Boyz II Men, which I could see. Honestly, I could see that. But I mean, I'm going to go probably with the unpopular opinion because Boyz II Men is my favorite. Like, I love Jodeci's songs and stuff, but Boyz II Men just hit different for me.
I agree.
So
I'm probably going to go with it as well. I mean, but I think it'll be a good battle. I think we need to see like a group or like a male group, entertaining group, because those have all been on Instagram, like just Instagram Live.
They already did male groups and it was trash. It was awful. So,
but you don't think that's because that's what I'm saying? They were just on the phones. It was on a phone setup.
But it wasn't because it was a phone setup. It was the people were trash. Like Jagged Edge. Like I love Jagged Edge. I am team Jagged Edge over 112. However, when somebody just sitting in like,
it was I don't want to see that. Not even enthusiastic to be a part of the show. Like, what are y'all doing?
Too cool for school. Nigga, show some personality. Damn. I was so mad.
Yeah. I clicked off on that one too. And I was hyped for that one because I felt that was going to be good. And they were just so like they were irritated to be there. Yeah. So,
that's why I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I don't know. What you think about them adding I guess like white people?
Oh, I do got something else to say on Versus. On this topic. I just had to say it out loud because I will forget. I see a lot of black people saying keep the white people out, and I don't have no problem with that. But I don't have no problem with white people coming on as long as they I don't know, because it's like on one hand, I mean, I kind of do want to see a Backstreet instinct, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was in middle school and stuff, I was listening to that. Like, I wasn't all about the hip hop and the R&B. I wasn't always about that, okay? So I wouldn't mind that a little Britney, a little Christina. I wouldn't.
Right. I feel like it got to be something that black people wouldn't mind.
But yeah, the black people, honey, is not here for it. The black people don't want that to happen. I don't care. I understand they want it to be us, just for us. I fully understand. But I wouldn't mind seeing something. Now, it depends on the people because it's a lot of white artists that I do not listen to and I have never listened to. I mean, but they're popular. Like I might know a song or two, like from a movie, like if it was on Bring It On or something like that. Oh yeah, that's my bop. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know these people.
The artists.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm just gotta wait for the last.
I just think it need to be like, well, I guess they really wouldn't know like what, white people would be for the culture, or what black people listen to, like what artists black people listen to. But
yes, they do. They know what white people listen to. First of all, black people listen to pop. Like the millennials, we listen to pop, like, and they know that. That's why a lot of R&B or rap records started to sound poppy because
true.
So it's just like I feel like they know. I mean, a little JT, the black people be hating.
I wouldn't be mad, right?
I ain't mad.
I agree. Because they should know, and they should know who to put up there. But I also agree with leaving it black too, because white people be stealing stuff. They be trying
They do.
And I just don't have time for that.
They do. But since you said that, I did see that Jamie Foxx was talking about because they had mentioned to him that he should do a versus Will Smith, which I think it would have been cool, but he said no. He don't want to do that. The only one he would want to see is Denzel versus who he said, Al Pacino. I think that's what he said. Let me pull it up because I don't want to misquote him. But y'all know he already lost me with Denzel. So I said, Jamie, I love you, brother, but I don't care. Yes, he said Denzel, anything he embodies, you cannot say that person doesn't exist somewhere. This is the first time I have ever disagreed with Jamie Foxx. I just want to say that on record. Okay. Then he said at the same time, Al Pacino, the reason he's so important is because he played so many different ethnicities And then ... Shade Room wants you to click on their link in the bio, and I will not. So I got the gist of it. So yes, how you feel about that?
Honestly.
So what we gonna do? Put the movie up and then play a clip?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, how are we gonna go back and forth? Different clips? Are y'all gonna give us a little act out, a little live action,
a little monologue?
Yeah, like, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? I mean, I haven't seen who you said. I don't want to say their name wrong. Y'all ain't gonna Al Pacino. Yeah, I haven't seen everything that he's done. I've seen a good handful of stuff.
I'm about to look them up.
But I mean, I feel like I don't know, because if we are talking about acting, I don't know how we're going to verses, but I think if we're talking about acting, they up there.
But I'd rather see Jamie versus Will Smith than Al Pacino and Denzel. Jamie, no, don't be trying to take yourself out. Don't be trying to be humble. Okay.
Oh, like if I would rather, yeah. Now I would rather see that, of course. I'd rather see Jamie versus Will.
I don't.
That's what you were asking. Yeah.
No, I wasn't asking. I was just saying Jamie saying no. It should be Denzel Al Pacino. I'm like no. If it's gonna be anybody, I'd rather Jamie and Will. Huh?
I said Jamie's such an actor. We're talking about music. They don't have no music, Jamie.
No, they asked him because they were saying they was telling him Jamie versus Will. People were saying that. So he was like, no, I think it should be Denzel Al Pacino. I ain't never seen that. I mean, I've seen The Godfathers and of course Scarface. And I'm saying, of course, Scarface, like I had been seeing it. I just watched Scarface a few years ago. I heard Carlito's Way is a popular one, never seen it.
I've seen that, but I can't think of what it is. But that is popular.
Yeah, I don't know what all these.
I might have seen it. I might have seen. Let me not lie, because y'all know I be thinking I seen stuff just because I know the title, but I ain't never seen it.
Yeah, I just don't know how they would do that. Like they're gonna play the best clip of the movie, and you be like, "Ooh, yeah,
who acted better?"
And Denzel Al Pacino gonna win for me, even though I seen more Denzel movie. And are we doing the acting or are we doing the movie? Because if we doing the movie, then I'm gonna go with Denzel because I like his movies. But if we doing acting,
Al Pacino gonna kill it. Okay,
I don't know. I'm just saying it's not gonna be Denzel. That's all I'm saying. That's why I think Jamie and Will would be good. Now I'm gonna be honest. Like I probably like more Will Smith movies, but as far as acting, it's 1 and 2 is Jamie.
I thought when you were saying Jamie versus Will, I was saying Jamie. I thought we was talking about them on a music level as artists.
I just said
I know.
People was asking him that it was Jamie versus Will, and then he said Denzel versus Al Pacino. So clearly, we're talking about movie/television. Yes, that's what we're talking about. No, who is gonna? Will ain't do nothing but what the fuck he gonna play? He got 3 songs that we care about. No. But now Will Smith, I probably like his movies more. I definitely like his movies more. But as far as acting, I mean, Will and Jamie are my number 1 and 2. So I just would like to see it just to see them interact if we had to see it. But as far as like we said already, like the versus battle, what are they gonna be playing? Like I don't understand.
Off character, because sometimes I be liking the character.
Yeah, but I'm saying how we gonna judge it?
Oh no,
like we ain't gonna
be character. It can be based off on character. It can be based off on movie itself. It could be based off. I think acting would be hard.
Not what it's based off. I'm just saying how physically, visually are they gonna do that? Like they can't.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
There's no way. I don't want to watch no damn movie. Like no, I don't want to see it. So I don't know. I would just want to see it for the entertainment purposes because
right. Because I think tuning in, I think it would be cool to listen to them talk, chop it up, and tell like their different stories, and just vibe off of each other. That would be cool. But as far as like an actual battle,
and then the hell they already got technical difficulties just playing music. Imagine they try to stream a damn movie or TV show. It's gonna be. The lips ain't matching. It's gonna be all kind of foolishness.
I'll be like, what is this? What is this? Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's all I got. I mean, I'm sure a whole bunch of other stuff has happened, but I'm
Right.
not.
I feel like I do have something, but I think we touch base on everything. If not, we're still moving on.
Right. Drop down in the comments.
Bloop. And if you guys want to support me and Tequila, you guys can always Cash App us. It is scrolling below for our viewers on YouTube. But it is $ BURGESS1 for me. And Tequila, say yours.
$ TequilaH TequilaH.
All right. So let's go into. Let's do movies and TV real quick because y'all.
Let's do
action. Listen. Y'all, okay, I know, but I just need to tell y'all. I know I'm late.
Welcome.
I know I'm late, but I need something to watch, and I wanted, something with a lot of seasons. And I just recently heard somebody talking about this particular mystical creature in the show. So I said, you know what? I like those type of creatures. I want to see how bomb they are. So I said, let me
more than one. I don't know if you know.
They are. I got to it because
okay.
Episode 10, they were born. I was like, it ain't go. So y'all, I'm watching GOT, Game of Thrones, I'm late.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all, at first, it's boring. It was so boring. It was too many setup for these characters. I didn't know what y'all had me watching. I thought we was gonna come out the gate swinging swords. You know what I'm saying? Killing people. They done had me, get all emotionally attached to this one character, the King's Hand Ned, and they done killed Ned. I said, Tequila, so this is what we doing. Then in that episode, they killed Khaleesi's husband. I said, oh, this is what we really doing. She's like, actually, they're going to be killing them. Main characters just left and right.
Y'all drop them in the comments, let her know she ain't seen nothing yet.
But the dragons, I was talking about dragons. So I started watching it because I like dragons. So the dragons have been born. Khaleesi is that's my character, honey. She out here doing the thing, doing it for her people. I was so happy she killed her brother because he needed to die. Facts. This little king and his mama, the queen, need to die. Her son need to die. Oh my God, he's getting on my nerves. First of all, how you over here embarrassing your supposed to be, soon to be, proclaimed to be, marriage arranged to be wife. I'm like
what season and episode you on?
I'm in season 2. I just started episode 6. So my favorite characters are Arya, the little girl. She's one of
my dog.
Ned's daughter. She's cool. I like all the wolves. They all had wolves. She's lost hers. Her sister wolf got killed. Is the little boy a wolf, Tequila?
What?
Because they be having all these dreams.
Brandon?
I don't know their names. He the little boy that fell off that got pushed. He got powers or something.
He ain't no wolf. I just said it.
Well, they done pushed one of the little kids because he done caught. Listen, y'all. I had to Google the synopsis because
Are you still Googling?
If I don't know what's going on, so I think the last one I Googled was when the lady just had sex with the king and then she was pregnant. I said, well, what is going on? And she had birth.
Like some of them you don't need to Google. It'll just make sense later.
Okay. So I had to Google that because I was so thrown. She was like, next thing, I'm like, you just had sex with this man. Then she done gave birth. Well, when she gave birth to I thought it was going to be a real baby. But when she gave birth to the shadow, I kind of understood, but I just wanted to see what the synopsis said. But my original reason for Googling was they had originally said the first episode, the king or the queen had a twin brother. So at the end of the episode, they were sleeping together. I said, wait a minute, did I hear wrong?
You heard right. You heard
I
right.
said, all of this incest. I said, I can't take it. All of this, listen, all of this sex. I said, they could have cut all of this sex out, Tequila.
No, we need it. It made it. It made it. It does calm down, though. It does calm down. It's not going to be as much sex.
Child, I'm
in the later seasons.
Child, and the other man, he done had sex with his sister.
Huh?
The boy, he went back home and his sister picked him up and she ain't say nothing and she done let him have sex with him. I'm like, he mad. He like, why you didn't tell me?
It's horrible. But I will say this, some of the people that you love by the end of the series,
I'm gonna hate them.
You're gonna hate them. Some of the people that you hate in the upcoming seasons, you're gonna be like, okay. And then some of the people that you love and hate will die. That's just all I'm gonna give you.
Well, I'm never opposed to killing a character. I hate that they had to die so soon, but I would have been pissed if they would have kept it.
I'm not gonna say I'm never opposed to it because sometimes I'll be like, damn man, my dog.
I be hurt, yeah, I be hurt. But if the story fits, I'm like, and then you know how like a story they be just keep bringing somebody back or they just keep living.
But Game of Thrones is different though because it's like everybody's character to me makes sense. Like if everybody stayed alive, like.
It wouldn't make sense, right? So that's what I'm saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said everybody's character does make sense. I feel like so if everybody stayed alive, it would make sense. They would just have the story would just go a different way. Now, when they died, I understand, the different direction that these characters have to go in. I get that, but if they stayed alive, I could still see the story playing out just a different way. That's why Game of Thrones is so different because it's like everybody has all these storylines tied to them and any given character could stay alive and the story could go on and you could love the story, but any given character can die and the story can go on and you can love or hate the story. So
I have to see you.
I think like Game of Thrones is a different type of show about death.
But that's what I've been currently watching. Of course, I'm still watching my other shows, but I don't need to touch on those.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so happy you watching Game of Thrones. I can't wait for you to get to season 3, though. I cannot wait. But anyway, I don't really want to touch on. I've been just, of course, still watching Girlfriend, still watching Sister.
Okay.
I done stopped watching the game, even though I finished the 3 seasons. I didn't go back on Hulu and watch it yet, but I am.
Well, speaking of the game, they about to bring it back.
Yeah.
For a reboot.
Yeah, I feel like it couldn't get no worse than them last season, so why not? It's gonna be. I didn't
watch them last seasons because they were literally trash.
Yeah, I didn't watch
some of the more written stuff that like I think they could have ever.
I didn't even know they had all them seasons. I didn't even know.
I remember the commercials.
I said I went on that. I knew Brandy had came. I knew Lauren London had came. But I didn't realize it was going on for all them seasons. I was just like, what in the hell? So
I think the last episode I watched was the season finale, and that was at Brandy and the light-skinned dude wedding, and he was like he want to be with Kelly.
See, I don't know who them people are. I don't know. I watched maybe one episode with Brandy. When Brandy was introduced, I think I watched maybe one episode. I didn't see nothing.
I did. I watched that first season when Brandy first came on. I watched that first season. I said, I'm gonna give this a try, and I think I might have watched 1 or 2 episodes that next season. When they brought Lauren London on and Jay Ellis, but I just couldn't get with it. I could not get with it. I said, this ain't gonna be for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it can't get no worse. I know, girl, she need to find a way to bring Love Is back.
That ain't happening. That husband
she rebooted all the wrong stuff I don't want to see. Bring me Love Is. Or give me a girlfriend's movie.
Over, okay? Love is over. It's too much tied to that husband of hers that done gotten all that stuff. It's over. And that girl, she got on my nerve. The girl that was portraying her, it was aggravating to me. I liked the show, I did, But if I never see it again, like now that it's gone, like I don't miss it. So if I never see it again, I don't care. But if it come on, I'll watch it. That's how I am. Let me see what else. I mean, Married at First Sight this week. I don't really want to get into it. I just want to say Karen's still trash. I do not like her. Like, Miles, get some balls. Tell your wife how you really feel, because I'm tired of you agreeing with her and saying you understand and apologizing for stuff that you don't need to be apologizing for. Like, I'm tired of that. Woody and Amani had an interesting conversation. I didn't agree with Amani. It's the first time I did not agree with her. They was talking about whooping kids. And Woody said he gonna whip his kids, yes. And Amani said no, they're not whipping their kids. And I get like each side of it. I think everybody has their preference. Woody was like, of course we're not gonna be abusing them, but I feel like a pop every once in a while, you know, it's cool. But she made a good point. She was like, don't you work with kids? And he was like, yeah. She was like, do you whoop them to get them to, you know, listen or be better kids? And he was like, no, I never thought of it that way. But this is where the disconnect came in. She was like, whipping kids, like that's a deal breaker. Like she will leave, like she would get a divorce over that.
Yeah, that's strange. I've never heard that.
Are you just talking about regular whoopings? Like when I say whoopings, I'm not talking about abuse. Like,
yeah, it must be something deeper there, because I ain't never heard that.
She never got a whooping and she turned out fine. That's how she looking at it. Woody said, I got whoopings and I needed them and I turned out fine. So, and I respect each person's perspective, but jumping to divorce over some whoopings.
Yeah, over some whoopings is a little bit.
It's a little extreme for me. Henry and Christina still getting on my fucking nerve. I don't care what nobody say. I'm Team Henry. I don't care what nobody say. Like, they had went out on a group date and Amani had pulled Henry to the side and she was like, you know, what's going on? He was just talking about how she's impatient and all that. And then he was like, you know, the past few days have been better, but you know, her impatience, it's like it could be a deal breaker. So Amani went back to tell Christina, and Christina acted surprised. Oh, he has never told me that. Bitch. He has told you have been impatient multiple times. Stop lying. He might not said the words deal breaker, but you know it's very much so an issue. So what are you talking about? And Brett's still an asshole. Olivia trying to take him to do stuff he like, and he's stupid. So he just wanna. I think Brett is very insecure. I think when he doesn't like to do something, or when he doesn't know how to do something, or like they were playing trivia, if he doesn't know the answers, all of a sudden it's stupid and it's dumb and this ain't even true. I think that comes from an insecure place. I also think that he's still dealing with the fact that she makes more money than him. I don't think that he's ever going to get over that. But Brett is trash. I do not like him. And for y'all Olivia haters, no. It's Brett.
It's him.
And that's it. Amelia Bennett. Amelia about to get on Bennett nerd though, because she don't clean up right, and he really don't like that.
But that is a deal breaker. That is a deal breaker. Because you do need to know.
Because Bennett asked, he was like, you know, what's something? Let's give each other stuff that annoys us, like, you know. And you know, Bennett was like, well, you know, you don't wash the part of the cup that you don't use, you don't wash it. So like the outside of the cup, you don't wash it, still be stuff on it. And she was like, okay. And then in her like confessional or while she was alone, she was like, oh, God, don't wash the outside of the glass. Ooh, bitch, that is a problem.
That is a problem. You're still putting your lips on the outside of the glass, and your hands and fingers are still nasty from whatever you're eating.
Girl, the germs are still there. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, the inside of the cup might be more clean than the outside of the cup. Oh, wow.
She crazy. And then, but he tried to ask her what he does to annoy her, and she couldn't think of nothing. He started naming stuff. What about when I do this? What about when I do that? She like, no. And I think he was getting frustrated about that. So, but that's really it. Yeah, that's really it. What else I've been watching? I think that's it. I ain't watched no new movies, I don't think.
Yeah, I ain't watching no movies neither.
Oh, Power Book 2 Ghost, baby.
Oh, listen.
I don't even think we talked about it on here. We in it, y'all lied. I know y'all might have listened to a few episodes ago. I said I wasn't watching. I lied. And I'm watching, and I'm in it.
I like it. I'm here for it. I like it. I'm definitely, I don't know, the characters to me seem like they just grown. I'm feeling them now. I don't know. Like I really just like Tyreek, I feel like he on his game now. You know what I'm saying? He know how to handle it. Maybe because he in college or something. I don't know. Like,
I
but
think
he handling his
I saw
business.
some of that in the previous season of Power. Like I saw Tariq. It wasn't like he was dumb and then he just went to smart. I saw the evolution. Like in the past seasons, he was still getting on my nerve, but he was making points. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, and I just feel like Tyreek is, like you said, evolving. And I feel like he about to be more ruthless than his daddy because you killed your own daddy, so it's gonna be like nothing's really gonna faze him. Like,
Right.
just be like,
no, yeah. I am pissed about his counselor. I don't like that hoe. First of all,
about her. It's something about her.
Yes, it's something definitely about her. I don't know if she's undercover. I hope they're not trying to make her sleep with him. Because she has like a sex thing or a love thing. Like she wants to fall in, like, oh, she's a love addicted. She's addicted to love. So that's why she keep going back to her ex. But I think her ex really does, which is another professor on the show. I think her ex does still love her. So
yeah, I think so too. I just feel like there is
and her counselor is stupid. Something like whoever she's going to counseling to. Don't know. But
well, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of her to call her stupid.
But I'm just like, I'm like, I think this dude really do like her and she really do like him. So I'm like, just be with him, like give it a shot.
No, I don't think they should be together. No, because from what I hear, it's like it was some toxic stuff going on. Now, just because you love somebody, don't mean that you're good for them. So I don't know. I don't want her to be with him because.
But I thought I wasn't gonna like him. But he
I don't like him sometimes either.
Listen, after she pulled that dumb stuff with Tyreek, I'm like creating a whole memorial when she doesn't know him. Or
yeah, I don't like. I mean, she is just a little odd. Like I just gotta see what's going on, and he get on my nerves. So I don't really. They just there right now for me. I don't have really strong feelings at this point. Like I'm leaning towards I don't like her, and he just there. Because he still gets on my nerve, but I don't have any strong feelings yet for either one of them. But they need to get Mary J. Blige a black man because she need to feel comfortable. And I understand she just sleeping with him just for information, but she didn't even want to lean back on him. Like you just finished having sex with him. Like go ahead and snuggle, or like it just looked awkward in the camera view for me to me. And I'm like, I feel like if it was a black man, she would have been all linked up. It would have been, we could see. Because I hope we're not getting no sex scenes. Because if this is what we going to get from just them talking and sitting up after sex, I don't want to see them having sex at all. So, but
and my favorite anyway, because he pissed me off. Why are you pulling up the house in your cop car and you trying to hide from her son and stuff like that? Like, you don't have no other car. Just dumb. He a dumb officer. I mean, I think Mary at the end of the day trying to just play him. Y'all, her name is not Mary in the show, but don't hold her.
This my name.
But y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. But
listen,
yeah, like
if I know the people real name, that's what I'm calling them. Just like my favorite scene was with I'm not calling Tyreek Michael because I feel like you got to say his whole name, and I be forgetting his whole name. I be mixing up the Ray and the J and whatever his name.
We about to call Woody.
Yeah, so I'm calling Woody though. I'm calling Tyreek and Woody. Because Woody's my boy, okay? My favorite scene was when Woody pulled over when he was taking Tyreek back to school, baby, and he got that gun out. Woody got the gun. Like he was about to check Tyreek, baby. Do you not know this is a St. Patrick, baby? You can't, honey, he got out that car like, oh, trying to check him like, basically, my family business don't need to be out here. Your uncle's a snitch. That's what your uncle's a snitch. Straight up. Tyreek ain't trying to beat around no bush. He said it straight up. He told me, "What you mean? Your dumbass, he done got out of prison early. You don't just get out of prison early. This early."
Exactly.
So
nobody know.
Tyreek school him. Y'all, if y'all want to just go watch the show just for that scene, I'm telling you, Tyreek, that's when Tyreek, I was already like just okay with Tyreek, but that scene right there, I said,
he did something new. I was like, okay.
I said that might be my
Tyreek. Tyreek. New school year, new year. Here for it. Period.
New him. Okay, new Tyreek. Period.
But say your part about the
what?
The part about Mary J and how she talk about
I didn't even recognize y'all. So in the series thus far, Mary J. I'm gonna still call her Mary J. Mary J. Blige family. Her husband went to jail because he was this big time kingpin, drug dealer, whatever. So she's trying to raise the kids, and then she's still protected in the streets because his name holds so much weight. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how these shows go. Maybe your real life. You may know from experience yourself. You know what I'm saying? So Tyreek's roommate is her nephew, and he is tutoring him, and he basically doing all his work. So they went over to dinner for him, and Tyreek is trying to get close. Tyreek, on the first episode, Googled who her husband was that was in jail. So he's finding out more about him. So I think he's trying to maybe use him in the drug game, trying to get close to the family. But Mary J. Blige is asking her people to make sure y'all keep a close eye on Tyreek because she wants to know his motives, and she doesn't know who he is. She wants to find out more about him. Now, this is where the story gets a little shaky for us now that we done figured it out. Well, actually, shout out to It's Rocks on YouTube. She pointed it out, and I was like, you know what? She right.
Yep.
So my thing is, if Mary J. Blige's husband or her whole family is in this drug game in New York, Tyreek is ghost son, like James St. Patrick's son. It's all over the news that he's dead because he was just running for lieutenant governor. His last name is St. Patrick. If you're so far in the streets, why do you not know who Ghost is?
Exactly.
Because it's not like people didn't know Ghost real, like the drug people didn't know Ghost real name. No, they knew his name was James St. Patrick. The police and stuff didn't know he was Ghost. People didn't know he was Ghost. So if you know he's Ghost, you know he's James St. Patrick.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. Then when he
Ghost ran everything, so they should definitely know who Ghost is.
I'm like, are they not in New York City? And even if they wasn't, you should know who Ghost. I'm confused. If your husband this deep in the game, you should run across each other some kind of way. I'm thinking
it's just the simple fact that he has been all on the news, like the funerals coming up, everything.
I don't know.
She should know something.
You're right. And then it's this big thing that Tasha done killed. This Tasha St. Patrick killed James St. Patrick.
It's big enough that even if you don't know anything about the drug game, you at least know that you know about the St. Patrick's, and she should be, and because she's in the drug game, she should be able to figure out things a little bit easier than most. Like she should be able to put 2 and 2 together. But okay. But our predictions is we think Woody is going to get close with Tyreek and stuff like that, and Mary is possibly not gonna like it.
Yeah, but I don't think Mary's gonna like, because I think Mary's not gonna want anything to do with Tyreek, but I think the kids are gonna gravitate to him. I think that girl's gonna gravitate to him. Yeah. And then of course her nephew's the roommate. So and then Woody gonna like him too. And I just feel
the
like
only one that's not gonna like him is the youngest son. Which only one that looks Puerto Rican.
We don't even know.
Puerto Rican and black.
I don't even know what he looked like. So I can't say either way. I don't remember what he looked like. But I will say that Woody, I don't like how the mom, Mary J. Blige, because you can tell Woody ain't like, he kills for his mom. Like she like, go handle that, and he go kill him or whatever, get rid of the body, do whatever. But you can tell that's not really where his heart is. Like he just do it just because his mama told him to, and he's the oldest, and he has to do whatever. But I just, and then the way Tyreek check him is like, baby, you're not about this real life. Like, you just letting somebody just run over you. I guess because Tyreek was right. Like, maybe that's why. But he was just a little taken aback and he wasn't expecting that, baby. You got to expect whatever from whomever. You don't know this boy. Just because he in college, you don't know what's going on with somebody's life. You can't just, think that they're one type of way. You got to be ready for all type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, what did he bring the gun for? Because I didn't understand. Like, was you about to kill Tyreek if he said the wrong thing? But what was the wrong thing? Because he called your uncle a snitch. So clearly that was okay. What could Tyreek have said for him to use the gun?
I don't know. I don't think he was going to kill him. I think he just wanted like to shake him up to not talk about it.
But he didn't do that. So my thing is, what was Tyreek gonna be like? Oh, well, I'm gonna tell this person. I didn't understand.
Like who was Tyreek gonna tell? You know what I'm saying?
But he don't know y'all, and apparently don't nobody know y'all because we never ran across you. And Ghost was in the game deep, so we don't know who you are, and clearly you don't know who they are because you ain't doing your research. Find out who he is, baby. Hit the Google. That's all you got to do.
That's all Tyreek did, and y'all over here. Find out what you need to know. Girl, it's on the news. It's on the news.
Just like Tyreek Googled your husband and he found
out. You could have been Googled Tyreek. They better be putting 2 and 2 together come Sunday. That's all I got to say. Put 2 and 2 together.
You better do something. Because I don't know what the hell is going on.
All right, y'all.
Wait, last but not least.
Oh.
Lovecraft Country, y'all.
Did you get to the last episode?
Nope, I didn't.
You stopped on 4 or 3?
Which was the one? I started liking it. I will say that. When I got the episode, what was that? The end of episode?
It had to be 3.
3, yes. The end of episode 3, yes, you're right. And that's when I was like, okay. But then I got to episode 4 and I had stopped watching and I stopped. So I don't know when I'm gonna watch it. It's just like I got to be in the mood for it. I can't just turn it on whenever.
Okay. I forgot.
I got to pay attention. I got to pay attention to that.
Episode 4, they were going to I don't remember because they in Chicago. They were going somewhere to a museum. And all the stuff started until they were in the museum or whatever like that.
Yeah, stuff started happening, but I wasn't paying attention, so I had to cut it off because I didn't want to have to go back and watch it again.
I did read a headline that was saying episode 5 was the best one. Episode 5 was, well, it was good. It was good. It was wild. I ain't gonna hold you. It was wild, baby. Don't watch it with your parents. Don't do that. I will say that. Because it's a lot of sex stuff that's going on that's probably going to be uncomfortable if you're watching it with your parents. But
I don't know if I got cut off, but I saw people saying that it was too much for their spirit after episode 5 or something, so they couldn't.
It was a lot. I will say the important line. So the important line that was highlighted was the black woman Ruby, which is Letty's sister, says, "I'm tired of being interrupted." And so it's something that happens within that episode that allows her not to be interrupted. And I would say for me as a black woman, I've always enjoyed being black. I've never thought about being black, Black is beautiful, period.
You never thought about being black?
I mean, never thought about being any other race than black. That's what I'm going to say. My bad. Sorry, Tom. But yeah, so it was a lot to take in because it really just it really makes you like think. And then I was listening to like the podcast after the episode and they were basically saying, well, everybody has, everybody puts on faces. Like everybody, like when you go to work, you know what I'm saying? You're a one type of person. When you're with your friends, you're one type of person. When you, go out, you might be a different type of person. So they were saying what was so wrong with, Ruby, wearing this face. So I don't know. It was a lot, but it was good. I personally knew where that episode was leading to at the end. And it was like it's a character in there that I was like, I don't know why I hate him so much. I don't know why I like him so much. And this episode kind of proved that, like, made me figure it out. Well, I already knew from the previous episodes. I was just waiting to see if my prediction was right.
William. Who did you love or hate?
I like William, but then I hate William. William's the blonde-haired guy that's like Christine's assistant.
Oh, the white guy?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes I would like him, and then sometimes I'd be like, I don't like William. And then one of my homeboys,
like nobody, to be honest,
he was like, you haven't figured it out. And I'm like, dang it. So we had already discussed it. So I was just waiting.
He black for real?
You gotta see. That's what. No, I don't want to say it on the podcast. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
well, I'll watch it. I just watch for myself.
But it was, and it had. I mean, some of it was nasty too. Some of it was just nasty. Like Ruby. I'm mad. I be mad about some.
Journey.
Ruby's her sister, the dark skinned girl, the big dark skinned girl.
Okay.
Like I'll be mad at some stuff, but child, I don't think I'm that mad. But I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been pushed to her levels in her situation. I don't know, but
I guess I'll watch it.
Just get to episode 5. That one is just pure crazy. It's just crazy.
That's what y'all said about episode 3.
Episode 3 was crazy. You didn't care about the ghosts.
Yeah, everybody. It was just, they was like, oh my God, it was so scary. I was waiting for some other shit to pop up. Like, I was just like, oh, this is it. I guess because my bar was so high. Like, maybe if I didn't have no expectation, then I would be like, oh my God. But everybody was just like, oh my God, episode 3. I'm like, okay, like we knew the house was gonna be something going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so, and anytime you see a mirror, like I be seeing the shit coming. Like, they go in the bathroom, you got to be prepared. Even if nothing pop up, you got to be prepared.
Yeah. And it wasn't that bad. I think Journey, she acted her behind off in that episode. I think she killed it.
She did do a good job.
And that's it. That's what I just really enjoyed about it. But it's more successful. It ain't like scary. Well, I don't know if you think if people are
scary.
Yeah, because my homegirl, she called me and she was on the phone with me. She was like, when did the ghosts popping up? I was like, girl, it's not that bad. They just look a little scary, but they're not scary.
Yeah, it's like, it was scary for what it was, but it wasn't. I guess I was just expecting the whole episode to be like
scary. But it had some good stuff. I like it because it's historical. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that's
and that's really probably why because I'm probably missing all kind of shit I'm supposed to get because I just don't know, baby. History ain't my subject, honey. I'm a math kind of girl. I'm a math kind of girl myself. So it's just a whole bunch of stuff, baby. I'm like, what?
It's like
a lot of stuff that I hear people talking about. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But all this other stuff, baby, I'm just like, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read something after I watch it just to get it.
I told my homie, I said, listen, because he was making some good points. I said, are you reading the novels? Have you read Jalen? I said, Jalen, are you reading the novels? Because you dropping too many good predictions right now. He told me, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I don't know. Y'all do drop down the comments and y'all talk to me about it. All right. Let's get into, we are hour in, but we about to get into today's topic.
I forgot all about it.
It's a real one. Listen, today's topic, drum roll, jobs we hate. And I'm going to start it off right here and just keep it 100. All of my jobs, I have hated them. I've hated every one of my jobs, okay? That's it. I've only ever worked 2 full-time jobs and the rest of them have been part-time. Now, I like my last or like my last job or my current job or whatever.
I ain't heard all your jobs, but I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I'm about to say, like, there have been parts of the job where I'm like, okay, this is purposeful. Like, I like parts of it, but at the essence of it, I be hating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was someplace else. So, like, my current job is cool, it's purposeful. Glad I have it. But really, I think the issue with this job is, I think, the timing. Like, I think if I would have had this job in this position when I was in college, I would have enjoyed it or liked it a lot better. But I think, me going to school, working on, my career path, being hopeful or projected to start working in my specific career path to end up at this job, I was like, nah, I don't like it. Like, I hate it. It's not what I want to do, to the point where I'm just like, it be draining me. And then I think it's also a part of me being underpaid, overworked. When you work at a job where you're having to wear so many hats because they can't provide you enough resources, they can't provide you enough staff to be able to do your job well. So I think that was another really the biggest issue of it all. But I think, again, I would have really enjoyed this top job if I was still in college or, earlier in my younger days. But as of now, it's just not what I want to be doing. So I don't fully enjoy the job. But I'm going to pause and we're going to take it back to our day one, our first job ever.
Wait, I got something to say.
Hear about that. Okay, go ahead.
You hated Plex?
Tequila, I enjoy Plex because me and you were there.
But
and
you didn't hate it,
though. I hated it. Like, I hated it.
Plex got on my nerve, I'll say that, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, and I guess that's what it is. Like, every job I didn't hate, but it was like I was sick of it. And you were at Plex longer than I was at Plex. Like, I don't know. I just stopped coming. Like, I don't know what happened. No. Yes, you was, because you was working in the food part.
I got fired.
You was working in the food part.
I was working in the food part while you were working there. I didn't do that during after school. I did that on the weekend.
Did we started in the summer?
February.
So we were doing the school year.
Mm-hmm. And that one summer.
I quit somewhere in the summer. I just stopped coming somewhere in the summer.
Oh, I thought you were still working there.
Because
they fired my ass, honey, and it was fine because I was ready to quit, but at the time,
you was ready.
My mama ready to quit. Yeah, but that wasn't because it was just the people. But my mama wouldn't let me quit. At the time I was living with her, she wouldn't let me quit, so I just got fired, which was fine with me.
And I had multiple jobs that time. I had that job, and then I was working some other little side consulting job or with a consulting company doing like babysitting with the kids. So I had like multiple jobs at that time. But
anyway, yeah, I've hated majority of my jobs as well. But what's the question?
So let's go back to day one, our first job. You don't have to say what it was if you don't want to, but I'm gonna say mine first was Auntie Ann's. And let me tell y'all,
in the bun, baby, we in the same mall.
What's in the mall, y'all? What's in the mall? Listen, when you think back, like, we can think back and we can laugh at these times, but in the moment, baby, it was pure hate. Okay, it was pure hate. But me and Tequila, we have this fun. We can talk about this and we can laugh. And I have great stories. But the job was trash, y'all. Okay, so let me tell y'all, I had never applied for a job before, and I had an interview for Build-A-Bear the next day. And I was turning in my application for that job. And he was like, oh, I can just interview you right now. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Girl, he just hired me on the spot. So, I ain't never been on no job interview. So I just said, yeah, okay, great. Now, at the time, I was like, crap, I want to go. I wanted the job at Build-A-Bear, which Build-A-Bear is literally right next door to Auntie Ann's. But looking back, I'm actually glad that I had the Auntie Anne's job.
I could not have done Build-A-Bear.
I could have not done it. I think I would have hated that job more. Y'all dealing with them white people. I am glad I took the Auntie Anne's job. That was God looking out, honey.
Yeah, they be bringing 20 and 30 kids at a time and Build-A-Bear. Absolutely not.
I could have not done it. And I love kids, but I just could have not done it. I could have not done it. And although like the job was trash at Auntie Anne's, like because I was working with Black people, it just made it seem cool. Like I said, I could go always walk up to the food court and I could go visit Tequila or our homeboy Tony. So it was just good. It was just all around really, really good for that reason. But the job, I hated it. Like we could not take home no pretzels. Like we had to throw everything in the trash.
What?
I still did it. I still did it. But, well, sometimes, because, but yes, we had to throw our pretzels in the trash.
Wow.
And I remember one time he came, like, he wasn't there the whole day. And he just came, he showed up during closing time, our manager. And he just started dumping everything in the trash. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, first of all, I'm not making nothing else. If somebody come up here and say they want this type of pretzel because you throwing them in the trash. He's like, we can't take stuff home no more. And they had cameras. So I remember one time the owner called, y'all. I'm up there. Well, it was somebody else supposed to be working, making a pretzel. I'm on the register.
I already know.
I ain't gonna say his name, but that's my dog, okay? Because he would
be at Cinnabon. Y'all got some change. Nah.
Because our stock room was all the way up in the food court. So his mom was like, all right.
He was going
in the trash. And he would be like, okay, I'm about to go, take out the trash. Or I'm about to go get the stuff to restock in the back. Because I'd be like, we need something. He's like, oh, cool. I'm going to go to the stock room. He'd be gone for hours. Hours. So at this point, I did learn how to make pretzels, but I was supposed to be on the register. He gonna leave, and when he left, nobody was there when he was there. He left, y'all, the line just get booming. So the phone ringing off the hook. The mall called me, or the lady came from HR, and she said, Ashley, the owner is calling. She said she sees you on the camera, but you're not picking up the phone. If you see me on the camera, you should see that I have these line of customers, or that I'm busy ringing up customers at least. So why am I going to stop to pick up the phone? We don't do no to go. Girl, I ain't care. I said, well, she's just going to have to wait. That's exactly what I said. She's just going to have to wait. And my last story about Auntie Anne's is he tried to write me up, and I told him he wasn't writing me up because the drawer was short. First of all, the drawer was short some pennies. Now, anytime a drawer is short, it's important, but if it's short, like some change that I can go to my purse or my wallet and go put it in there, there's no need for you to write me up. I can understand. Now, when it gets to dollar amounts, that's a problem. But change, you should not be making no big deal out no change. So he came in and was like, oh, I got to write you up because the drawer was short. I said, this has been the same drawer that's been out all day. I said, so you don't know who's been dipping in or taking up out the drawer. So if you're going to write me up, you need to write everybody that's been on this drawer up, period. But you're not about to just write me up because I'm the last person on the drawer. Absolutely not. So he didn't write me up. And I had to tell him straight up. So I just want to let y'all know, if y'all are listening and y'all at y'all first jobs, don't let these managers try to run y'all. You know what I'm saying? They need y'all help. Y'all are there for an important reason. And y'all can say what y'all need to say to y'all manager. And he thought I was being disrespectful, but I was like, no, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm letting you know that if you want to have me over a drawer, then you need to be here to let me count in a drawer and count out a drawer when I leave. And with everybody that's going to be on the register. So then you can make sure you know when a drawer is coming up short. I'm not going to be responsible for every cashier that's come before me because now I'm closing the register. You was on this register earlier. You could have took the change. Okay. So anyways, I hated the job. Still have a bunch of little different scars from the day. But I will tell y'all, every job that I've had, your girl be top notch. Okay. They be top notch. Like I went from just being on register to learning how to make the pretzels, do everything. at the store. They should have hired me as the manager because I knew what I was doing. But anyways, that was my first job, and I hated it. Tell us about Cinnabon Tequila.
Yeah, Cinnabon. I'm gonna say like, okay, it went through so many transformations from my time.
Good.
No, it's not. It went from being very professional, very, clean, kept, until running to the ground. Let me tell you. So my best friend at the time worked there. She put in a good word for me. So I had an interview with the manager at the time and I got the job, It was cool. It was this guy, he was a white dude manager. He was cool. The shift leader or whoever was white, and there was another white girl, and then it was me and Naja. I think me and my best friend at the time. I wasn't gonna say her name, but whatever. So she's the one that got me the job, and it was cool. It was cool. And then she left. My best friend left, and then the manager left. And then the shift leader, it got to the point within months where I was the most tenured person there. So I was just what's going on? They went through a couple managers until they got to one.
Wow.
And
I never saw your manager. Ever.
I was the manager. I'm going to be honest. I
only see you there.
Y'all, I was working all these hours while still in school.
We were in school, y'all.
Right.
I forgot to tell y'all that part. We were in high school.
Yeah, we was in high school. Because I was 15, 16, whatever. We in high school, but when that summer hit, baby, I'm in there every day. Luckily the mall closed at 9, so we didn't have to be there too late. But it was more, I will say, with the white manager, it was more like business. Like my friends would come by, but it wasn't like they were staying. But when we got this lady, my last manager, it was like a love and hate relationship. Because she was a horrible manager, but I could literally do whatever. I used to be in hat world, pulling down hats, standing on furniture, pulling down hats. What you need? I worked there. I'm down at Great State getting me a sandwich, I'm just everywhere, okay? But I was still doing my job. I knew how to do everything. The only thing I couldn't do is make the dough because you had to be 18 to use the mixer. But, we would get it out, proof it, make the Cinnabons. And when I first started, I was nervous because I'm I'm not going to be able to roll these Cinnabons up because they be looking so perfect. Now, my first few was trash. I'm saying it's hard. I was how am I going to get this thing to spread out and do all this? Because they, to make the big ones, I'm it's too much. But, I leveled up.
You learn.
My Cinnabon fire, okay? And them sticks, the center sticks is the best things there. If y'all get them, y'all got to get them fresh out with the cream cheese icing. So it was fun. My friends at this point hanging out, whole shift in there hanging out. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And we always got to take Cinnabons home. They encouraged it because what we didn't take home, we did have to throw away because everything is made fresh daily. So yeah, we took stuff home. I had Cinnabons. I got so sick of Cinnabons, y'all. I would just bring them and just take them to school. That's it. So it got to the point where the manager started hiring her family, and that is when it went downhill. She made her daughter the manager. Her granddaughter was her granddaughter was in my class at school, and her granddaughter was so sweet, so nice, very chill. But her daughter, the mama, baby, we almost got into it. I'm this grown ass lady is really arguing with a 16-year-old. I had to call my mama one day. I went to the bathroom and called my mama. And my mama had to come up there. It's too much. Now, I had some good times, but it was I'm running this, y'all, I had to open and close the store. It's too much for me. Why am I, y'all, on the Black Friday, I had to get up out my bed at 4:00 in the morning. I had to go make Cinnabons to prepare for it opening at 4. No, had to be earlier than that because of my open. I don't know. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I had to come in and make the Cinnabons. Luckily, I got to leave during the day because it had got crowded. And I was like, I'm out. Like, I done been here since 2:00 in the morning. Like, I was literally running the show. Like, I did everything except payroll, basically. Like, I'm damn near making the schedule because she don't know what's going on. Y'all, and then let me tell you how unsanitary it was. There was gnats in the ice. Like, I would tell people, don't get no ice, like, because there's just gnats flying around. It was so disgusting. I would leave because I was opening during the summer. I come in, I'm like, who didn't clean up? Or I would try to clean, then come in the next day, it's dirty again. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Then it got to the point where the people came, y'all, and they gave us a B. I said, I'm not working no place with no B on the name. B is low. B is low. I said, if we go down to a C, I'm quitting. Like, I don't even want to be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. But we got the A back. I don't know how. That place was trash. The only reason I'm telling y'all all this because the place is closed down and the mall it's no longer there. So
remember y'all, we from Columbia.
In Columbia, Animal is closed. We still got one, but that one is closed. So then
do you still eat Cinnabons now? Do you still eat Cinnabons now? Because I think that's like the only job. Well, not the only job that I worked in food that I can still eat. But you know how like some people can like.
No, that don't bother me. I didn't eat. I'm not a dessert person, so I don't eat it anyway. But I'll get one. Like, it's not something I hate. But I didn't really eat them like that anyway. But and the most gross thing was the manager bought a puppy. And she had the puppy in the back, y'all. In the back where we keep that's where all the dishes is, all the flour, all the cinnamon, all the butter, all the ice machine, everything back there. She got a puppy, not in a cage. It is running back and forth. And I was like, I'm trying to tell her that this is nasty. And then customers would be saying it like, is that a puppy back there? And I'm like, yep. What's the number of the corporate? Right here. Call them. Please call them. Because this is ridiculous. So then I just got fed up. Y'all, it was too much. Now I did have fun. My homegirl started working there. And we would, be lit. Like, this is to the point where we was lit. But then it just got too much with that dog and the nastiness. Then one time it was a roach crawling up the wall. And the customer was like, oh my God. I said, yep, corporate number. I will always corporate call them. You
don't be caring. I would because you can't be caring about these jobs because these jobs don't be caring about you.
Yeah. So I just, talked to my mama and stuff. And she was like, yeah, you can just go ahead and quit. So I quit. And on my last day, she said, my mama came up there early and she sat there right across where they had the little, I forgot what was across the thing. I don't know, but she sat over there and just watched to make sure they ain't do nothing crazy. Because I was like, Mama, you ain't really got to come up here. Because, I'm like, I wish a bitch would. Now, these people grown, like 50s, 60s, 30s. And I'm 16, like, ain't nothing going to happen. Like, whatever. But I was like, she was not trying to hear that. She was like, no, I'm coming up there.
Our manager, he was an adult. And his girlfriend, because he hired his girlfriend as his assistant or whatever. But, it was mostly kids. Mostly it was me and all other kids. All that.
Yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Like just 16, some 17, depending on when you had your birthday. We run in the store. And I know y'all still at jobs like that. I know y'all are.
Why I got a key and I got to go to school in the morning. What? It just ain't make no sense.
What was your next job?
My next job was Sonic
Tequila. How long did you work there?
3 days. So if that counts. I worked there for 3 days. Let me explain. Because first of all, Sonic, I didn't even get off. Huh? What? I was about to say, I didn't even get on the register at Sonic. Like, I worked there 3 days. So what you do first is you make the drinks. Because Sonic menu so big, it's so overwhelming. And their workspace It's so small in there, y'all. It's really small. So they be having like 2 people doing this, 2 people doing it, whatever. So I was on drinks and I was in charge of handing them out and making them. And I kept my first day. It's like, you know, when somebody order a cherry limeade or something with a cherry, like you're supposed to put the cherry in the top. And then if somebody orders something else, it's the same red drink. One time I didn't know which drink was which because I forgot to put the cherry in. So I just handed them. I guess they had to drink it and see. That's like, don't forget the cherry. I kept forgetting the cherry, but that's besides the point. Other than that, I was doing good. But I just hated like going through the drive-thru. I remember one time I'm handing out drinks, and then who pull up? My homeboy in the drive-thru. Oh, Tequila! I didn't know you working. I'm like, oh my god! Like I was like, hey, yeah, I'm here now. Mm-hmm. Now, whatever. So the reason I only worked there 3 days is because after my 3rd day, I was scheduled for I think a Friday or something, and it was a party going on that day. So when I'm at school, I'm like, bro, I really want to go to this party. So my homegirl, like in class, she was like, well, I can call and pretend like I'm your mama. And I was like, okay, cool. So she called, pretend like she was my mom, and said that I couldn't come in. And I'm like, what they say? And she was like, they said I sounded like a little too young to be your mama, but he was just like, okay. And I was like, okay, cool. I get home and my mama is like, okay, you about to get ready for work? And I was like, no, I don't have to go in today. And she was like, yes, you do. And I was like, no, I ain't got to go in. She was like, they called me and said that you had somebody call up. They're trying to be me. Y'all, now I'm in trouble. I'm about to run away. Like, I'm like, no, I ain't. She was like, don't you ever have nobody call pretending to be me? Have you lost your mind? Like, I'm getting cussed out. And I was like, she was like, so you going to work? I was like, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work. She was like, you going to work? And I was like, I'm leaving. I'm packing my bags. I ain't going nowhere, y'all. I ain't had nowhere to go. But I was embarrassed. I was ashamed to go back. Like I was so ashamed. Like I went to go pick up my last check. He was like, it's okay. Like the manager, he was just like, I understand. He was like, if you want to work here again, like if you want to come back, you can come back. We will welcome you. Like he was really understanding, but
no, you embarrassed me, sir.
And then I didn't even want, because now I can't trust you. You calling my mom on my bed? Like, no, you gonna be calling her?
All the time.
Don't be using my emergency contact to get in touch with my mama because you think I'm lying. No. But yeah,
just
I was
like up for something.
I ain't go back, but I did have an interview that same day. I picked up my last check and I got hired on the spot. So
to where?
It was this clothing store called Luby in the mall. I didn't hate that job. I didn't hate Luby.
What was y'all doing?
That happened that I'm not gonna get into, okay? Because I don't know if I'm still liable. So I'm not saying nothing about nobody that worked there or nothing. It was a clothing store. The first manager did not like me. He did not. It was ran by Asians. I'm not sure which nationality or whatever they were, but it was Asians, and they did not trust anybody to be on the register. The first manager didn't. So all we had to do was just fold the clothes and do whatever. Then he left, and they got some other lady, but they couldn't find a manager, and the owner came down from Atlanta because it's a store based out in Atlanta, and she loved me. I was the only one she loved for whatever reason. So baby, I was on that register. I was in the back, steaming clothes. I was putting price tags on stuff. I'm in the dressing room. I was doing it all. It was cool though. I liked that
job. Okay. My next job, my next job after Auntie Anne's was Wild Wing Cafe, and I will say I actually like that job too.
Let me tell y'all, her and the other Ashley, y'all was wilding at that job. I didn't even work there, and I know, okay?
We had a great time. I think I enjoyed it because all we were was hostess because we were still in high school at the time. So we couldn't be really anything else. But we were so cool with our managers. Like our managers was cool. The restaurant turned into a bar at midnight. So we would stay there and it would stay open to 2 p.m. So, we in high school, we ain't never really stayed out to 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't the summer. So doing a school night.
2 a.m., y'all. She means 2 a.m.
2 a.m. So yeah, so it's a school night. We out at 2 a.m. They drinking, we partying. I mean, it was just a great time. Like we ate for free, everything. I think I left when the management changed. That's when but they were still kind of like, even when the management did change, I remember working a few times and it did. And I think I stayed at that job until going into college. Like, I think I still was like, when I came back home for some of the breaks, I was still working at Wild Wing Cafe. So that was my next job. I think when I got to school, I started working at the Boys and Girls Club. And I didn't hate that job either. It was just to pass, honestly, the time and to have a little bit of coin.
How you gonna start off this saying you hated every single job?
I did. I forgot about these two. But these were, like, after that, y'all, hate it. My soup, he was a Kappa. So, y'all, let me tell you, all the Kappas worked at my particular site. So anytime they were about to have a line, like, we would have all these male volunteers, and they were all basically online. I was just like, oh, so you pledging? I used to basically catch a ride with a Kappa, and one of the Kappas was a supervisor too. But he left and he started his own like car washing service, and then we got this white girl, and she was cool too. But honestly, I can't remember much about that job other than we had some super, super bad kids, but I can't remember much. But then we get to my next job that I hated.
I was about to say, we can't go through all my jobs. So how about we just say, what's the worst job we ever had? And ours just might be the same.
Okay, let me tell y'all about this one because it leads into the worst job that I ever had. So I started working at Belk, seasonal in the shoe department. And
I didn't hate Belk.
At first, I did not hate Belk. Because I love shoes. Like, back in the day, I always had shoes.
She worked in the shoe department, y'all.
Yeah, so I was a shoe woman salesman, but I didn't have to do commission because I was part-time. So it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I could see all the new shoes coming out. I could, hide them in the back and then, buy them on discount later. It was perfect. And I was only working there during the holidays because I was in college then. So I was only working there on the holidays. So it was extra money. After I graduated college, I stayed with the job and I started staying on consistently because I graduated undergrad in December. That's when I started hating it. Because one, at that time, well, every season I had came back, our management changed. But at this time, the manager, he stayed the same. And he was terrible. And I just feel like I got in the most like conflict. Not even with people in my particular department. Like, I got in conflict with people outside the department. Like, I remember I had got called up to the office. All of the managers in the office, including my manager, it was only one other Black manager at the time. He was a male. And this lady that worked in the clothing department, the high-end clothing department, she was upset with me because the customer, I had helped her. I sold some shoes to her. And we were about to have this big sale, and I was telling her she could get all these clothes on sale. So when she went over to go shop for her clothes, the sales lady was telling her, like, no, you can't use the coupon on these clothes. So, of course, I told her, I was like, I don't have the coupon. You don't have the coupon with you, so I can't, if you don't have it, I can't, try it out and see if it's going to work. But I said, most likely, we could put the stuff on pre-sale. You can see. So that's all she was saying. She went over there and told the lady. The sales lady got mad at me. Honey, then came over talking about I'm trying to take her sale, all of this. So, when I get frustrated, sometimes I'd be like, okay, honey. So I was calling her honey, and she got upset.
Condescending.
So she done took me up to the supervisor's office, and she was like, I think you were just being rude calling me honey. And I was like, well, no disrespect about me calling you honey. Like, I shouldn't have called you that, especially if that offended you. I can apologize for that. But I said, what I'm not about to apologize for is being a sale. I said, this is a store that prides itself on customer service. And the customer came back to me and asked me to take over her clothing sale and put them with her shoe sale. I looked at the managers and I said, so is that what I said? So did I handle it wrong? I said, I'm just trying to provide perfect customer service, like y'all say in the handbook. So they had nothing to say. And then they were just like, well, you're telling her a sale. So my manager, we done been doing these pre-sales all week, y'all. He ain't say nothing. So I said, oh, Well, I told her she doesn't have the coupon with her, so I can't be for sure. Yeah, we do know it's a sale coming up, but she said she had one at home. I said, so she wants to call back up to the store and ask for me. I can try the coupon code over the phone for her, or she can bring it back on the day of the sale, and I can see if it works and still ring her items up. I didn't say I was going to give her anything. I said at the same time, though, we've been down in the shoe department just writing the coupon code on for the customers if they say they have the code. Yes, I threw my manager under the bus because he wasn't about to sit up there and not say nothing and defend me. So I threw him and the whole department up under the bus. And then the store manager came in and he was like, they were like, do we have this sale? Is it gonna be this coupon price? And he was like, I'm not sure. And I said, well, I think that's funny how y'all all supposed to be managers and supposed to be above us, and y'all don't even know the sale that y'all running in the store. Honey, I got all the white people together. So I said, at the end of the day, I said, look, if she wants the clothing sale, she can have it. I said, I don't make commission off these clothes. Matter of fact, that's going to really hurt my commission over in the shoe department. I don't want it. All I was trying to do was provide a service for the customer like y'all say we're supposed to do. So if she's upset about the clothes, she can have the clothes. But let me tell you, the lady card got declined. But they brought the clothing sale back down to me for me to ring up. But guess what? The lady showed up, bought the clothes that she had in the back, the shoes she had in the back, and she bought some more stuff from me. So my sales was booming. Anyway, so that's when I started hating Belt.
It was a long ass story.
I started hating that store because they just was trifling, and I had to write one of the managers up. She quit after that. She pinched me, and I had to take her write up in a complaint about her because I said, I don't care who you are, you're not gonna just put your hands on me.
I would have hit that lady. They would have sent me to jail.
You pinched me, and I said now my arm's hurt, and I said I might need some what's that thing? Workers' comp. You not about to I went right up there. She didn't think I was gonna say nothing. And she was embarrassed, and she quit like 2 weeks later. So that rolls right into me. I quit that job thinking I was about to get a bomb job because everybody said, because let me tell y'all,
worst job ever.
Everybody said I could do it. They said I had great customer service. And, it was a full-time job. So it was my first full-time job ever. And the money was, all right. It was cool. So I started working at Verizon Wireless.
Yeah, I just want to say this is my worst job as well. I worked there after Ashley. Well, we worked there a little bit for the same time, but she started before me. So yeah, go ahead.
Hated it. The training was cool because we actually had a training. So I started.
That was the best part.
Yeah, I started, I think, in December as well. So we had a training, so we weren't, on the phones or anything like that. And then I just felt like my training supervisors they were the best. They were more encouraging and helpful. Some of them were a little trash. You had to know which ones to ask for. The white people, I just asked for the black people because the white people were not helpful, but the black people were always very helpful.
Some of the black people in my training weren't helpful either.
But so it was cool. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it was just better. And then once I went over to my actual, out of training and went to a real schedule, I started hating it. Everybody said it was like the schedule, when you're at the bottom of the drawing board, you get terrible schedules. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll stay, try to get a better schedule. I did get a better schedule the next time around, but I hated it even worse, y'all. I realized this is how much I hated the job. I realized I was depressed the whole entire time. I would cry on my way to work. I would go on my 15-minute breaks to my car. I would cry in my car. I would come back, get on those phones, act like everything was perfect, take another 15-minute cry, go back to work, go on my lunch break in my car, cry, clock out, go home on my way to work and cry. That was literally my routine. I literally had to work my schedule because what Verizon does give you is great benefits and great time, pay for your time.
Oh, it's a great company. It's a great company.
So it does look out for things like that. So I had to literally figure out a way how I could use my time to not be at work, but to still make up all my 40 hours within a week. So I would just be clocking out to do this, clock out to do this, because that's how bad I hated it. I literally wanted to like kill myself because I hated my job. And at the time, I had gotten, it started giving me really, really bad migraines. So I had went to a neurologist and they prescribed me some medication that was making me like suicidal. So thankfully my dad would, you know, he called out of work and met and checked on me that day, because I was like completely 100 depressed, and it was because of the job. And I think after that, I don't know, I just focused myself. I was praying. And so I had better energy. And I think I stayed about like two more months. Because when I came, the lady was like, well, if you quit right now, you won't have no insurance for next month. So she was like, just work one more week and you can have your insurance. So that's what I did. And my mama had to take me up to work. And I remember I had to call Tequila, and Tequila was like, Miss Burgess, she's telling the truth. Like, it's depressing. Like, we don't want to be here. And it was just a horrible job. Like, it was just horrible. Like, and it was because customers, like, you know what I'm saying? These people, I will say the salespeople were really trying to help you. I know I get that some people are just trying to make their sale to make their money, but that's their job. Like, in the day, that's their job. And if they're not doing that, we have to go in the office and get written up and possibly, you know, get fired. So people are not trying to do that. So don't be mad at the salespeople. I was always 100 with my customers, trying to give them the best advice, because that's when the Edge came out, y'all. The Edge, we worked in when that Edge came out, and unlimited Wi-Fi was gone.
Unlimited data.
Yeah,
y'all. We went at the worst time ever.
We went at the worst. Because even the day, I was like, just get unlimited. We did not have that option, so we really had to.
Edge, for the people that don't know, the Edge, it was back when you could get an upgrade for like $200 and you have a 2-year contract. But they were pushing how it is now, where you have to pay outright for the phone, like $30 a month, $40 a month. You had an option then. Now it's not called the Edge no more, because that's all they got.
That's the only plan there is.
But if you had an option to just pay $200, why wouldn't you do that? I keep my phone for 2 years. I don't care.
Right, and it was cheaper for a lot of families to do that. So yes, your whole, like, if you had a family of 4 and you put them all on a payment plan for a phone, your bill was going to be an extra $200, and people just could not get that. And by the time you got your first bill, it'd be too late to send the phones back.
Yeah, $200 a month. Now you could pay a one-time $200 and get the phone. Or you want to pay $200 a month,
right? So that was killing people. And I just felt like, I don't know, people were just struggling, like, you know, and it just made me realize, like, people were struggling. And I was like, boo, like, don't do it. The only time I ever got, I think I got maybe 2 or 3 edges my whole time there. And I just told them people, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all on the phone, because when we would go into trainings, we would literally hear like sales reps lying. And it always would be an older person on the phone. And they would be just getting over on this old person. Like, no old person in their 60s or 70s needed no new smartphone. Nobody needs that. Like Patti just told y'all she still got a flip phone.
And that's all this was 11, 12 years ago, y'all. Like, no. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same. I ain't about to get into no stories really, but I will tell you that Verizon was my worst job. Like, I have eczema and I have very sensitive skin. So I was breaking out really badly. I didn't know at the time that stress could cause me to break out, because I had never had that happen before. But I was very stressed. I was depressed as well. My cycle was extremely heavy. I didn't realize that the job was causing that until I left. It was one time where I just reached a breaking point. I was about to quit my job. Like, and this is when I had real bills. Like, I had rent, I had car payment, I had car insurance, I had light bill, water bill. Like, I had all of that. And I was about to just quit my job. I was like, Mama, they can come repossess my car. They can evict me. They can do all that. Yeah, I did not care. And I am, if you know me, you know I care about my credit. Y'all know I care about my credit. I don't play by my credit. But at that point, I was trying to ask her about them. What's them things called that you get when you're younger? Them bonds and something. I said, have they aged? Like, can I cash them out? I was trying to see, y'all. If you know me, you know I got like a whole bunch of stuffed animals and stuff. I was trying to research stuffed animals to see if I had some kind of classic, some kind of damn, one of them.
$1 million ones.
Yeah, like
what they were called. They used to tell us, well, back in the day, they used to tell us they were going to be like worth $1 million.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I was trying to get this. I was trying to look. I remember I saw the Hess truck. I said, my cousin got one of them. Like, I was about to hit him up. Like, can I have that? Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, I hated it with all my being. Like, we had emergency time off where you could just call the line. And if it's emergency time, I was calling that number every single day. And I was only there 9 months. My whole time
2 years.
I was only there 9 months. And then this is the bad part. Like, after 6 months, I got promoted. So it wasn't even like I had to stay. Because first you start off customers, you have to do everything. Customer service, sales, tech support, everything. So then they had a position where you go to tech. You are a tech apprentice is what they call it. You had to take a test. Everybody like, it's common sense. I took the test. It was hard as hell. I thought I failed. I thought the email I had to read the email 5 times to make sure I was reading it correctly the time I moved on to the interview stage. I don't know how I got the job, but the only reason I took the test and applied for the promotion is so I could go back to training and get off the phone. That's literally it. I did not want to do tech support. I did not want to do none of that. I just wanted to do that. After I did that training, I worked my shift, which was 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. My new shift on the tech apprentice position. I worked that for 1 day. And I kept calling the emergency line until I found another job. And then I left. But that was literally, I've hated jobs after that, but that job there was
number one spot forever.
The absolute worst job. Because honestly, the other jobs I've hated, it wasn't the job, it was the management. Like, this job was the job.
It was the job, yeah.
My management wasn't bad. Like, my supervisor was cool, you know what I'm saying? Now, the training was good, but our trainer wasn't cool because this was his last year. He was retiring, so he didn't give a fuck. But we had fun. We turned up. Our training class was ratchet as fuck. They changed rules because of us. Like, it was really bad. Our training class was really bad, but I had a great time. Met some wonderful people. Shout out to y'all. It was lit, okay? But after that, y'all, it was the worst time. I honestly don't know how I made it 9 months. Because by the time by the time we got there after training, when we get on the floor, you know how it's supposed to be a week of these calls, a week of those calls. Or you could have, by the time we got there, we was just thrown in the regular queue. We didn't have no kind of transition. I don't know why they was calling it transition. We was thrown in the queue and we didn't have no after call.
And that was the worst thing about the job. Like, even when you started, you couldn't like be like, oh, I'm new. Like, you had to act like you were there for years.
Well, I thought y'all had each week, and then I thought because they would tell us.
It was like that. The girl, we was in a regular queue because I was getting outrageous calls. You told me before. It said that, but I was getting just regular.
Like, oh no, they put that as.
I mean, it said that, but I know for my calls, they were out of order. Like, I was getting them home phones. I was getting them deaf and them blind people.
My first call was that damn phone connect. What's it called? Home phone connect. That was my first call ever. Y'all, when I tell you, we did not learn about no home phone connect. And I had to help her hook it. I didn't know what she was talking about. I just wanted to hang up the damn phone. She was old. I'm like, who in the fuck want a home phone connect? Like, who wants that? Y'all don't even know what that is. So it don't even matter. But that's all I got to say about that. It was literally the worst job of my fucking life. And I would not wish that job on anybody. Like, they had the ambulance there every week. The ambulance was literally there, like, every week. Everybody was on FMLA once you qualified.
Yeah, that's what I had to get. I got that from my thing, and it brought me some time back. That's what happened because I wanted to quit, and then my FMLA came in, and it gave me like a lot of my time off back. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna work this into my system, use this time up, and that like gave me like another 2 months at the job. And then I was like, I'm out of here.
I ain't making long enough to qualify for FMLA because you have to be there a year.
bye. I was gone. Yeah, like it was terrible. It was terrible. Like the only fun days was times that we wasn't on the phone. That was like the only fun days. And I remember
because the people was cool. Like I like the people. Everybody was real cool. And then what would piss you off though was the people that had like other positions, like the little bit of people that did stuff for like HR, like games, or like putting stuff together, and they'd just be walking by with snacks and shit. Bitch, get on these phone calls because I'm tired.
I tried to do like the little HR program, and my supervisor wanted me to do it, but it like said you had to be like in school or da-da-da-da. And then come to find out the person that got like the internship, like they was like me, ain't had none of that stuff. I said, see, that BS. You just be looking out. I should have just told whatchamacallit to help me out, and he would have did it.
Yeah, this one girl in my training class had went into the program. I used to see her. She would just be like, and I'd just be like, ugh. But I understand why she got it, because she was already a Verizon employee when she came over. She just used to work in the store, so she had years with the company. So I got it. I understood.
And I know some people who transferred out into like the store or whatever. I actually ran into one of the persons that was in my training at a baby shower. We have one of my LS. They're good friends. And she was like, "Hey, Ashley." And I was like, "Hey, I don't remember nobody's name." But she caught me out. She tried, I tried to do my thing like, "Hey, girl, yeah." And on my way leaving, she was like, "You remember my name?" And I was like, "Nope, I ain't even gonna lie.
I ain't seen nobody from training. I still be talking. Well, I mean, I would talk to people on Snapchat and stuff, but I ain't seen nobody. And them was one of
our high school classmates. They love it. Love it. That's their favorite job. So I guess it works for some people. It just did not work for me and Tequila.
That's it. We didn't talk too long.
Yeah, we didn't talk a long time. So Verizon hated it.
Trash, most trash job. But like I said, it's a good company and the people was good. It's just the job itself, like.
And it may be better now. You can.
It may be better now because unlimited is back, and it's only. You can only pay for your phone every month.
And I think, I don't know how they're doing it now with COVID, but I know in the beginning they had let people go home or whatever. So I don't know.
And I didn't care. It was the job. I would have hated it from the house too.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but child, sometimes you gotta be in your space. I know, honey, when I had to go in that,
I would have hated it more at home. I'm working from home. I would have hated it more.
I done had to drive to that job. And we live in South Carolina. Well, at the time we were living in South Carolina, and y'all, we don't get snow. So it's saying it's about to be like one of the worst snowstorms.
She had to drive in the snow. My ass stayed home.
As soon as I got there, they were like, you know what? They say it's about to be really bad. It's been saying it's about to be really bad. So y'all, I'm thinking like, okay, it's cool. I only been here like 30 minutes. Y'all, while I'm driving on the interstate, there's no road. All I see is like a blanket of snow. I just glad God casted his angels around me. I was able to make it home. My car sit low to the ground too, so I had all this ice around my tires when I got home. I said anything could happen. So that is so dangerous. And my car got ruined by hail while I was working in that job.
I remember that. Well, for the snow part, I was at home. I would be dangerous.
Yeah, you didn't have to go. You was still in training,
no,
right?
We didn't have to go. They told us it would be a strike against us when it come. I said, "Oh, okay."
You just go. Okay.
Yeah, they still made us. Ain't nobody come but like 3 people, and they want to talk about it ain't enough people to do. When we came back, it was like it wasn't enough people to have a training, so we had them do side by sides. Then we let them go. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I was like, they declared a state of emergency, baby. I'm not risking. Now, my job, I stayed down the street. From the job, but I was like, I'm not coming in there. Y'all got me effed up. No.
But we hated Verizon. Anyways, y'all drop in the comments and let us know what kind of jobs y'all hate. If y'all hate your job right now, we praying for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Support a Black-owned business. That's what you can do. Anything else you want to tell to the people before we get up out of here?
Y'all stay Black. And at these jobs, don't let these people think they're controlling you. You don't be afraid to speak your mind, because at the end of the day, they need you just as much as you need them. Don't let nobody run over you. I don't care who it is. I don't care if they manager, director, owner, whatever it is. If something is wrong or if they're wrong and you are right, you need to speak up for yourself. And that's it.
What she said. Okay. Anyways, y'all, this has been another episode of JPP. It was fun. Y'all drop down in the comments and say jobs we hate, so we know you heard. So we heard. Y'all watch. Y'all listen to the end. Drop down in the comments and say jobs we hate.
Yes. I'm about to go get this Travis Scott meal from McDonald's.
I heard it just tastes like McDonald's. Let me know how it is.
We about to see.
All right, y'all. We out.
It ain't. I'm black. Okay, there you go.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ashley from the Just Poddin Podcast with Ashley and Tequila, where a podcast is just a podcast. And I'm here because Tequila and I would like to thank each and every one of our listenerships. Whether you listen to us on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or view us on YouTube, or on one of our other 7 different platforms, we just wanted to say thank you. And keep doing what you're doing. Subscribing, following, liking, commenting, sharing us with your family and friends, sharing us on your social media. All of that helps more people find us and become a part of the Just Poddin family. Also, if you would like to write us, you can do so at justpoddinpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're looking for more ways to support the Just Poddin Podcast, you can do so at anchor.fm/justpoddin. All right, everybody. We love you. We out. Fire.